Hello, Bill Molyneux here with Bill's History and Wargame World with another step back in time to the land of slot cars. Nostalgic look. Hey, I have a lamppost that fell over. Hold on. Well, we're back. I had to fix a lamppost that I believe that Stingray plowed into earlier. Alright, I did a video last night. I'm going to run another one of the slot car set. I'm sort of surprised how many people were interested in the into the slot cars. So I actually spent a couple hours and had a very nice time working on the cars. Had some issues with my eyes, and one of the reasons I stopped working on the slot cars was working on these small parts. But I have these new super duper magnifying glasses, and they help a great deal. Let's turn off these cars, stop this feedback. Alright, we have peace and quiet. So, alright, I rewired the controllers and I placed them there. So they work fine, and all you do is that and you just turn them and off they go. Now what's nice about these controllers is my wife says that they she can actually race these without having to worry about the trigger. Alright, now I worked on a mess of cars, so I'd like to just take a couple minutes and go over them and what I did work on. So last night, while my wife was watching America's Got Talent, I took this red car, which some of you car people could help me out. I still haven't looked up what these cars are, but this is just a shell. And I got one of the Auto World's chassis put into it. I had to change the tires around, and I've ordered more tires. Right now, I don't know if I'll give this a paint job or anything. I just sort of need that I have it running. And so there it goes, crashing into the wall. Speaking of walls, you'll notice I have a 6-inch barrier around my track. That's because if cars go flying. Alright, so the Thunderbird is in the process of getting chromed. The other Thunderbird is just about ready to have this chassis installed. I'm waiting on tires. The thin tires are needed for that. So that's where I'm at for that. Now, I got this Mustang going last night. It needs thin tires for the front, but it does now work. One of the most ingenious tools that is a must-have, and they're around $20 on the internet. It's almost a necessity to have one of these, is they pull off these rims right here and here. You just put it in here, you screw it out, and it pulls this rim out. If you're trying to do this with a pair of pliers or a screwdriver, this plastic chrome rim often will break. I broke a half a dozen before. I think it was Joe told me about the rim puller, and it works great. So if you don't have one of these, a novice like myself, this is a godsend. So the track is doing well. On the Wally's garage here, we have a Jaguar waiting for another body. And other cars I worked on last night, I got this Stingray Corvette running. I don't know the year of this. And some of you out there that are super car knowledgeable, I do more miniature wargaming, so you want to leave a comment and tell me what my cars are, I'd greatly appreciate it. So I have that one, and I have to look this one up yet too. And I got this going. Actually tore it apart, put in the little brushes, and it's now running. So the whole track is doing well. Okay, I had somebody ask me what the Partridge Family bus is like. I guess someone saw one on the internet. So we are firing up the Partridge Family bus. Now my frames per second is not geared for movement video really, but as you can see, the Partridge Family bus does move, and it's a little clunky, but it works fine. Very happy with the purchase. I think it was like $60. It doesn't like my Dead Man's Curve, so you can't see it, but it gets hung up on Dead Man's Curve. As far as the other cars that I worked on, they're running pretty good. For it's amazing how much I'm remembering about how these cars operated when I used to work with or play with them with my brother, and we'd have tracks set up, and I think it was my cousin Eddie next door. So, and I think I might rearrange my buildings, and someone last night asked me for more of a close-up of these buildings that Jack made for me, Jack Brendel down in Arizona. So Jack's Hobby Models books, War Games Trains, the detail on these were incredible. And probably at some point I'll rearrange these buildings. There's the Lost in Space chariot cruising around. Let's get some more angles of the whole track. So I think what I'll do next is, I got tires coming. I need to buy a couple more chassis for some of these nostalgic cars, and I think I try to get my wife to race a couple laps around the track. She's watched the last video. She seemed very excited about the idea that you just turn that steering wheel and let them go. When I had the trigger controllers, she just basically plowed into the walls and the corners, and sort of gave up. So we'll pause our camera. So the next thing will be is I'm going to pull these rims off, put small rims on for thin tires, like that. My thin tires will arrive on Friday, and then I will be able to put this old T-Bird, which is quite old, on this chassis. Right now it doesn't fit because the tires and all are too big for it. There we go. Once again, I gotta pause the camera. Maybe not. There we go. I had someone asked me again about the Monkey Mobile. All right, there's several YouTube videos of how to build this, and right off the bat, I am not super good with this small scale stuff, and I was able to do it. And we're going to send it around the track gently. Alright, we have the Monkey Mobile going around, and it's a die-cast metal car, but it still runs just as well as a regular plastic body. It doesn't corner the best, I think, because of the weight. When it hits a quarter, it really fishtails. We'll go over here to Dead Man's Curve. But I'm pretty happy with it. So in Bill's History and Wargame World, or in the world of slot cars, I need a little bit of help. You know, what the heck kind of car is that? What the heck kind of car is that? And I need to look up and find out what year Corvette. I'm thinking it's late 60s, but if anyone out there can just tell me, that would save some time. And I think everything else car-wise, I know what they are. You know, a Corvette, a Cobra, the Fairline, I think it was, or a Galaxy. I need to check with Joe. He sent this to me, a great fella in Ohio, and he knows everything about slot cars. So I should check with him. Alright, wow, this is a 12-minute nostalgic, as Jack in Arizona told me to tell everyone, nostalgic video, bringing back slot car fun. I think I'm going to try to spend an hour or two on my slot car track every week, and probably see if I can get my wife to race against me. And maybe I'll rearrange the buildings a little bit. She did think that they were clustered together too much and I should spread them out across the table. Well, I think that's it. If you're new to my channel, please subscribe. I have nearly 1,000 subscribers. Also, if you'll take the time to look at the playlist, you'll see I have videos on the French Indian War, many historic sites, the CSS Noose in Kinston, North Carolina, Fort Frederick, where I volunteer at over the summer, and a lot of board and miniature wargaming videos. So if you'll leave comments that you're liking slot cars, I will see about doing one slot car video a week. If this isn't interesting anyone in my YouTube world, I won't make slot car videos. I do think I'll take some time and rearrange these buildings, and Friday night I'm going to get those old Thunderbirds running once I get the right wheels in. Well, that's it. I think I'm going to say thank you, stay safe, be kind, be courteous, leave comments. Slot cars are not 100% my forte, but I love bringing back the nostalgic feeling of the slot car world, and my brothers, and the memories from my youth with my brother David. And anyhow, stay safe, be kind, be courteous, and subscribe. Thank you very much for watching.